On the menu today is going to be some beef noodle miso soup. I had picked up white miso paste a year ago in New York and I froze it, and it's the best thing I've done. I don't have fresh mushrooms, so I suppose it's gonna have to be canned. I've got some ginger, garlic and all. I'm going to start off right now, and as I go along I shall show you the ingredients that I'm going to use for this miso soup. If you don't have miso paste, then just stick with stock, and I suppose it just has to become another type of soup. I've taken a pot. It's a deep heavy base pot, and I have added some neutral oil. In that I'm going to be frying one large onion chopped, and that's 2 green chilies and 2 bird's eye chilies. With that I'm going to be adding 1 tablespoon chopped ginger and 1 tablespoon chopped garlic, heaped tablespoons, and these are roughly chopped. Let's saute that. Now all these are aromatics and they add to the base of a soup. And this is a beef soup. I would have loved to add bone broth to this, but I don't have that right now. If you guys can manage to boil down beef bones, then you can absolutely use that later on in this soup. The next thing I'm going to do is add this beef. That's about a kg of undercut beef, maybe 800 grams actually. And I have added salt and crackled black pepper along with a tablespoon of sesame oil. So when I was cutting this, I cut it against the grain and then I chopped it up into bits like that, and I pounded it so it cooks fast. Time to add the beef and cook this on high heat. Send it to all corners. Okay, I've sauteed that for exactly 5 minutes because undercut meat does not need to be sauteed more. However, this is a soup and it's going to cook when I add the broth or water. Right now I'm adding 1 can of sliced mushrooms. I would rather you use the dehydrated Chinese mushrooms, which you have to soak, or fresh mushrooms at this point. Saute. That's done. I shall be adding 2 heaped tablespoons of miso paste. If you guys don't have this, add 2 to 3 chicken or beef stock, whatever you have, or beef broth. Now miso is very salty, so I'm going to have to be very careful. Okay, that seems to be nicely sauteed. I'm going to be adding a pot full of water into this. Guys, I use Nestle or any kind of mineral water. I feel like tap water changes the taste of food in certain cities, so I feel like this is neutral. Okay, that's boiled and I have about 1.5 cup of French beans. I'm going to give that a boil. I'm not going to boil that too much because I'm going to leave it a little crispy. And here I've put up 3 eggs for a little more than soft to medium boil, because once that's done I'd like to use that in the bowl. I'm going to season this with sesame oil, some rice vinegar and soya sauce. I'm going to check for salt, and if I think there's some needed, I shall add a chicken stock cube. Okay, I added 1 tablespoon of sesame oil, 1 tablespoon of rice vinegar. You can add any kind of vinegar you like, and 4 tablespoons of soy sauce and 1 chicken stock cube. This is ready. I'm going to put this together and show you. Okay, that's done. I'm looking forward to this, and I've taken a small bowl. I want to put something together and show you. And then I have to feed my family as well. Well, aren't they lucky today, because they're getting to have miso soup with beef, mushrooms, beans and all these condiments right in the comfort of their home. And that's exactly what I want you to do as well. Chinese cabbage, and I'm not adding that to the soup because it will wilt. I just had a bite. As soon as you mix this in the bowl, it's all good. Bean sprout. My hands are clean, guys, and this bowl is for me. Spring onions, a little bit of coriander. I have some slices of ginger, some fried garlic. I wanted to leave the egg a little runny, but that's not happened. I'm going to sprinkle some red chili flakes. If you have chili oil, use that, and a little more soup. To help the bowl come together. So this is it, guys. You can add some lemon if you like. I'm good. I like the amount of rice vinegar I've used. I hope you guys like this recipe, and at some point I want you to make this. It's very simple, it's healthy, it's great, and it's comforting.